Just in, a new bill to give Social Security $80 billion. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now in this video, I want to discuss the details of yet again another new bill specifically focused on Social Security, and this one is suggesting giving Social Security $80 billion. Now this is an interesting concept because we have not heard anything like this as of yet, but this is an interesting one, and it's probably a little bit controversial, but either way, I want to bring this to your attention because this is yet again another new bill introduced in Congress, and we've been seeing a lot of these as of recently. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, it is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continuously be here right by your side every single day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos, as it's a very busy, confusing, and a very uncertain time that we're currently living through right now. Either way, I'll continue to be here right by your side to help you out in any way that I possibly can. As I get it, it's hard to determine what is actually going on out there and how all of this is going to impact us going forward, including our money, benefits, lifestyle, bank account, and anything else like that. Either way, I'm here for you. So again, please subscribe down below. I'll be here for you no matter what every single day. That's my promise, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get into it and talk about this new bill yet again. A lot of these lately. In fact, if you've been watching the videos for at least any amount of time now, you've been seeing all of these new bills, packages, and proposals. In fact, I just said it the other day. Right now, Social Security is in the spotlight. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of talk about Social Security right now. That's a good thing, because here's the thing. If we can get Congress all worked up, and if we can get Congress out there stirring the pot a little bit on Social Security, that's a good thing, because the more that these programs can be in the spotlight, as in any fixed income benefit program, that's a really good thing, because it means that they are talking about it, it means that they know that there's a problem, and it means that maybe, just maybe, they will come together on a solution and do something for the beneficiaries. So it's a good thing that they are talking about Social Security so much lately. It is in the headlines everywhere. So anyway, let me talk you through the details of this bill. Now, full disclaimer, I want to say this much. I know this is probably going to cause some controversy. However, please remember this much as well. I'm the messenger. This is not my bill, okay? All I'm doing is bringing you this information as I find it, okay? So again, I'm not taking sides with this. I don't take sides in my videos for the most part. Every so often I do throw my opinions in, but for the most part, I just bring you the information as I find it. All right, so this bill was introduced by Rick Scott, who is a senator out of Florida. Now, he introduced this bill based on some remarks out of President Biden a few days ago with the State of the Union address. Biden was out saying that Republicans want to cut Social Security, and then Rick Scott said, oh no you don't, I'm going to come up with this new bill. So this is from Rick Scott right here. It is called Protecting Our Seniors Act. All right, Protecting Our Seniors Act. Let me tell you the details behind this one. So remember last year, I believe it was in maybe August or so of last year. I don't remember the exact month, but it was about August, maybe September of last year. Congress passed a $900 billion bill, which was called the Inflation Reduction Act, which, by the way, that name is a little bit misleading because does it do anything to reduce inflation? No, nada, right? So anyway, we can talk about all that in a separate video, but the point is they passed this bill through reconciliation, okay? So as a result of that, this new bill here, they had within it $80 billion that was scheduled to go to the IRS, right? Well, as a result of this, Republicans have been coming out saying, oh no, we don't like this idea of $80 billion going to the IRS. So this new bill out of Rick Scott is suggesting, why don't we take away that $80 billion from the IRS and give it to Social Security? So this is what Rick Scott is suggesting. Again, I'm not saying anything good or bad about it. I'm just saying kind of funny, right? The little bait and switch. I mean, this is like a classic example, right? So basically what he's suggesting is we should take the $80 billion that was given to the IRS, take it away from them, and give it to Social Security. So I don't know. I would love to hear your opinions down below. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you support this idea? Do you think it's a terrible one? Do you think that the IRS should be able to keep that $80 billion? Do you think that Social Security would be better off using that money? I'm just kind of curious. This is interesting because we have not heard any other proposals or bills, anything like this. We've never seen another proposal that says, take money from the IRS and give it to Social Security, okay? We've never seen a bill like this yet. So this is certainly a unique one. It's one of a kind so far. Wouldn't be surprised to see more like this, but kind of an interesting concept, right? So within that Inflation Reduction Act, $80 billion they allocated for the IRS. So who would be a better steward of this money? Social Security or the IRS? Again, I'm kind of curious to hear what you have to say down below in the comment section if you feel like sharing that information. If not, that's totally okay too. Please, I only ask for opinions down below. If you're comfortable sharing, I'm never here to pressure anybody. That's not my style. I'm just here to inform and I'm here to educate and help you out in any way that I can. But very interesting here. Now, another thing too as well. During the State of the Union address, President Biden, again, not here to bash anybody in particular, but President Biden did say the Republicans want to cut Social Security. Well, a lot of Republicans were saying, no, we do not want to do that. We are on board with keeping Social Security perfectly as it is, okay? So they made it very clear, we do not want to do that, which, by the way, I've done extensive research on this. I've been watching all this stuff very closely. They don't want to cut Social Security, okay? That is a myth. That is not true, okay? Maybe like one of them wants to, okay? But again, we can find anything out there between everybody in Congress that they all want to do something that we don't agree with, okay? So my point is, I've been watching this stuff very, very closely here. Lawmakers do not want to cut Social Security. They want to make these programs more efficient is what they're trying to do with these programs. But basically, President Biden said that Republicans want to do this. Well, basically, Rick Scott with this bill is saying, no, I never said that, never wanted to cut Social Security, never did, and never have. That's not what I'm suggesting. So what he has within this bill as well is that it would require a 2/3 vote in Congress to get any kind of cuts into Social Security. So basically what Rick Scott is doing with this bill is essentially ensuring that Social Security will never be cut, okay? Let's just put it this way. It's hard enough for Congress to get just a 60-40 vote, you know what I mean? Like a 60% vote in the Senate on virtually any bill, right? They have a hard time doing that alone. Well, now he's basically saying, let's make it a 2/3 vote in Congress to do any kinds of cuts to Social Security. In other words, it's not happening. It's just not happening. There's no way. So lawmakers, for the most part, do not want to cut Social Security. Maybe, like I said, there's like maybe one or two of them I want to. Is that going to garner the 2/3 vote? Not even close. Not a chance, okay? Long story short, cutting Social Security is not happening. What they want to do is make it more efficient. So I'm all about efficiency, okay? I'm not here to take sides either way. I'm just saying, with my own personal life, I love efficiency. When I do something that's not efficient, it like drives me nuts, you know what I mean? Like I get frustrated so fast when something is not efficient. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I would rather take the extra time and make something efficient rather than wasting my time doing something that makes no sense at all. If you don't believe me, ask my wife, ask anybody that knows me. They're like, Matt's crazy. Seriously, if you do anything that doesn't make sense, he's like freaking out about it. And I do, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would I waste my time doing something inefficient, right? Well, it's basically the same thing with this, is they're saying, why are we doing something that doesn't make any sense here? Let's make sure that this program is working properly. Let's make sure that Social Security is working properly and it can continue to pay out all the promised and guaranteed benefits for many more decades to come. We know that Social Security has some major financial issues ahead of them. Well, if they took a little bit of time and they, made sure that the program was working properly, maybe they wouldn't have the problems. In fact, I believe it was possibly Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. I didn't live during the days when Abraham did, but I believe he was the one that said something like, if I had 5 hours to cut down a tree, I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe and the remaining 1 hour to chop the tree. I love it. Totally agree, right? Do what's best, as in sharpen the axe, sharpen the saw, make sure you're good to go, and then you don't have to spend as much time sitting there whacking away at something with a dull axe, right? Good saying. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's the exact quote, but it was something like that. But anyway, my point is, just make it efficient. That's basically what they're trying to do here. So, long story short, this is yet again another new bill. Seriously, there's tons of bills out there. They're everywhere, coming out of Congress and just floating around out there. Again, like I said before, it's kind of like the spaghetti strategy. Take a handful of wet spaghetti, whip it at the wall, see what sticks, and then go through all the ones that stick and say, well, this one looks good, this one doesn't, this one looks good, that one's not good. You know what I mean? So that's all that they're doing right now in Congress as well, is they're trying to throw anything at the wall to see what may stick, and then they kind of go through the remainders that are stuck there and say, okay, these are the ones that we have left here. Let's go through some of these and pick out some key points that actually make sense. So a lot of weird stuff out there, but either way, this is another one. I'm very curious to see what you have to say down below in the comment section. If you're interested and if you're comfortable sharing, that's totally fine. If you don't want to, no worries at all. I'm just trying to do what I can here, okay? Anyway, interesting proposal. Another one out of Rick Scott. So, yeah, kind of interested to see what you have to say. And again, I hope this one helps you out. So either way, I'm here for you as much as I can be to bring you the details as well as bring you the latest updates as this information is being released. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day and take care. I'll catch you again later in the next